Hey, it's That Car Show, and welcome to a bonus episode. And what a bonus it is, because it's not every day I get to sit down, or at least stand next to, the Chief Marketing and Sales Officer of Lamborghini. Federico Foschini is not only the most Italian man I've ever met, but he heads Polo Storica at Lamborghini as well, which is their highly regarded heritage division. Thank you, Jordan Russell at Extension PR, for connecting us. Quick heads up that we recorded this in the middle of 60 Lamborghini Miuras and their owners and admirers at Pebble Beach this past Sunday, so there is a bit of background noise. That said, I bet you didn't see this one coming. Neither did I, so enjoy. It's 12 Minutes with Lamborghini's Federico Foschini, and it's That Car Show. Hey, it's Ryan Barkey from That Car Show, and I'm thrilled to be sitting down today with Federico Foschini, the Chief Marketing and Sales Officer and Head of Polo Storica at Lamborghini, live from the Pebble Beach Concours. Federico, you've been with Lamborghini for, I think, almost 3 decades.
Yes, almost 3 decades is a lot.
That's an achievement, especially in this
No, it's an achievement.
day and age.
It's also a sign that I'm getting older, but it's fine. So
But we all are, right? It's the one thing we can't do anything about.
We cannot stop.
If
we stop, it's not a good sign. So.
That's right. That's the worst side, right? In the 30 years you've spent with Lamborghini, or near 30 years, what do you think Lamborghini understands about its customers now that maybe you didn't 10 or 20 years ago?
Well, I think that we learned a lot in that moment in time at the beginning, because the customer base was much smaller, so we have a direct contact. And what we learned at that time is that we need to keep the customer contact, direct contact, and is what we are trying, even if it's more difficult now, to make also with a complete different size. So when I entered in Lamborghini, we were 200 employee and 200 car produced every year. Now we are between 10,000 and 11,000 car per year, and we are almost 3,000, 3,500 people at Lamborghini. So for sure the size change, the dimension change, but what we keep as a, let's say, a basic way to behave, and this part of our DNA is to stay close, to listen to the customer, to speak with them, and to be involved with this gathering that is for sure something that is surprising me after 20 years to see all these Miura together.
Incredible.
But it's also the way to get in touch with the people that maybe were buying this car in old times, and now they are preserving the car in a very good way, and today we have this incredible, let's say, site that we can see, and this kind of it's impressive.
It really is. It's such a thing to see, just to be here in the middle of them all. It's really incredible. It's surreal. So you touched on this a little bit, but Lamborghini has managed to grow substantially while still feeling exclusive, right? And I think that's a key thing. So what do you think the line is between growing the business and diluting the brand?
That's the magic, no? That is what you have to preserve. I think that depending on the segment that you are playing, there is a number of cars that you have to produce, and that you can produce without diluting the brand. Another point is that to be always new in the offer and renovate your offer constantly in order to keep interest and excite the customer and drive them along with the Lamborghini history. But it's clear, this is something that is very difficult. We try always to do this. Our growth is very, let's say, smooth. It's continuous but smooth. We never exaggerate. We never inflate the market. We have a distribution around the world that is very much balanced. And it's clear that in a moment like this, where everything is turbulent, markets are opening and closing due to geopolitical situation, Russia, all Middle East, important market for us, no? And after you have to be able to rebalance, and this is something that we can do because we are always very conservative in distributing cars. But this is the name of the game, and is reflected after on the value of the pre-owned car on the market.
Right.
So this is one of the barometers that you need always to consider and to keep an eye on in order to understand if what you are doing is not diluting the brand. And one of the first signals is in case the price of the pre-owned car on the market. This is something that for collector and for repeat buyer is very important, because
it's interesting. And of course, it's now 2026 and electrification has really come to the picture. If I'm correct, you have described electrification as a way to increase driver emotion, right, rather than compromise it. So what surprised you most about how the traditional Lamborghini customers have embraced or responded to this transition to electrification?
I think that, as you mentioned, in a proper way, and we create an acronym that is HPAV instead of PHAV, that is High Performance Electrified Vehicle. This is how we call our, let's say, path to the electrification, having hybridization of the three model. Because we think that, first of all, this kind of transition, technological transition, is all aimed, or not only aimed to reduce the emission and to comply with the legislation, but mainly to increase not only the performance, because we are increasing the power, we are increasing the torque, but also the level of control that you can give to your customer. And to drive a car of over 1,000 horsepower in the past was almost impossible.
Right,
now with
right,
what we are
right.
having in terms of technology, with the 3 electric engines, the battery, the V12, is keeping on one side the motion of the V12, but on the other side, for example, is giving you a lot of opportunity to discharge and to be able to have an easy drive, even if you are not a professional driver, but to feel like a pilot
right.
while you are driving car of such power.
Yeah.
So, and this is something that has been understood by our customer,
right.
because it's not just something that is diluting the DNA, but is even enhancing the DNA. And our DNA is based on, for sure, design, futuristic design, but performance and driving emotion.
How has that affected the way you market the cars?
At the end of the day, so we are always try to explain in a sincere and transparent way what the car is about. The mission is clear. These are dream cars that we are creating in order to, let's say, feed the need of, as I told you, emotional design and emotional driving. It's all about emotion, and this is the way that we are trying to communicate on. Also, when we are explaining the technology, because we have an incredible high level of innovation and technological innovation. But what is important for the customer is not the pure number or the pure information; is how this is translated in customer experience. And customer experience is all about emotion. At the end of the day.
You're masters at that. It's fun to watch. So, ad personam. With ad personam, the vast majority of your cars now leave the factory with some level of personalization. Do you see personalization primarily as a revenue opportunity, a customer experience tool, or increasingly a part of your Lamborghini brand identity?
I think the first thing is that every one of these customers, especially the highest you get in terms of the value of the car and the reduced volume that you are delivering, they want to have their own product.
Right.
And the good thing is they're not only enthusiastic about the personalization itself, but what if we speak with the customer during a configuration session that can last also 3-4 hours, at least the first one. It's something that they enjoy the experience itself, the experience to be part of the creation of their own car. It comes when they have to select the color, but also when there's the interior, the combination. Maybe they can suggest colors that are not existing and you have to create for them. And this is something that is part of the process of being an owner of a dream car like Lamborghini dream car. And this is something that we are enhancing, not only in terms of offer increase, but also in terms of touch point that we can offer for the customer to stay close also to the Lamborghini team, not only to the dealer, but also to the Lamborghini team to exploit the maximum opportunity. For example, here in the villa that we have in Pebble Beach, we have 2 configuration rooms, and there are people that are sitting continuously with our expert together with the dealer in order to set up their configuration and to create also some configuration that are even not existing so far.
Yeah. That's fantastic. So you think there's an aspect of Lamborghini's heritage that the company could be doing more with?
I think that we can always do better, and this is one of the essence that is moving us always to try to improve. But for sure we grow a lot in this sense, starting with the Polo Storica creation in 2015. Polo Storica is the department that is owning the archive of the historical car, is doing the certification, and is doing the restoration. It's clear that it's a word that requires a lot of effort, but it's something that we believe a lot, because it's the way to, on one side, preserve the history of Lamborghini, that is the base and the fundament of the future of Lamborghini. Because if we are here, it's because we had the Miura in the past, or the Countach.
Right.
And if the brand is here, it's because this car became iconic. But also to stay in touch with this customer that deserve to have someone that they can refer to and can be only Lamborghini in order to get the car preserved and certified in a proper way.
Right. You've spent so much of your career with Lamborghini. Is there something about the brand that still excites you that maybe we don't know about?
I have to say, so is the capability to be always unexpected. It is one of our values, together with let's say, brave and authentic. But I'm honest, today when I came here and I see all this car here with all this color combination, one different from the other, thinking that is almost the 10% of the overall production of the Miura in the lifestyle after 60 years, and only here in America, because a lot of cars went out of America, so we're not sold in America. For me, it's something that is creating me an incredible emotion and an incredible proudness of being part of this brand. So today I'm really feeling a lot of emotion. That is not normal, because after 26 years I'm used to have things that are out of the ordinary, because every day that I'm going from the office to another department, I'm looking incredible car and incredible technology. But when I see something like this, really, I'm a little bit astonished.
It's pretty special.
I'm very surprised, let's say.
Yeah, just the passion that's here. It's just evident. I mean, people are really into the brand.
People that maybe, because they're keeping this car always in shape, are cars that for sure are very delicate to be maintained. So it's something that is incredible. You need passion.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also because a lot of these people were going or investing in this car where maybe also the value of this car was not so strong as it is today.
Right.
And because they believe in the brand and they understood that this was that this car were iconic, and they understood that the value of this car also for themselves, also for personal reward, not only for eventually resell the car. And these are all loyal customers.
Right. And would you say this is the most iconic Lamborghini ever?
I have to say that in the mindset of everybody is the most iconic Lamborghini ever. After I have to say that I am a guy of the 70s, or at least I was born in the 72, so I am a boomer. And I was growing with the Countach, and for me the Countach was something that was really the spaceship and the dream car. But in the mindset of everybody, this is the starting point of the Lamborghini story. Even if it was not the first car, but it was the car that brought the Lamborghini brand on another dimension.
It continues to inspire new models today. So.
Yeah, and we decided also this year, also this time for the 6th anniversary, to celebrate with the contemporary V12, that is another spaceship, that is the Revuelto, and we created 99 cars already sold out for specific customer that will use the color combination, the different color combination of the Miura to trim their own car with specific logo and the specific logo dedicated to the Miura and the 6th anniversary.
It's pretty fantastic. Well, I want to be respectful of your time. Federico Foschini, head of marketing and Polo Storica at Lamborghini. Thank you so much, sir.
Have a nice day.
Thank you for joining us on That Car Show. Cheers.